Am I green? I'm green. Green for go, baby. It's going to be a nice reading. I never know when it's going to catch me live, so. Beautiful chosen tribe. If you are watching this after the live ancestor message and tarot reading, check the pinned comment so you can skip straight ahead to the tarot, or add your energy into the mix and do the breath work and the sound alongside the collective. Ooh, I said it was going to be a really nice reading tonight. Let's just say that. And as soon as I flip over the deck, no shuffles, here we have the devil. Hold on one moment. I'm going to turn the light off and clean my screen a little bit. Welcome in, chosen tribe. If you're here in the chat, let me know how you're feeling this evening. Let me know that you can hear me. There we go. That's the vibration we want. I have some Palo Santo burning in the back. Let me get that before I burn the place down. Oh, it smells so lovely. Good evening, Sarah. Thanks for checking into the chat. I'm about to catch the place on fire over burning this Palo Santo in the back. But I just feel like we need all the extra protection tonight. I'm getting all my devices. This is for everyone who's tuning in, whether live or after the live. You all deserve this healing energy. Hey, Sunny. Happy to have you here as always as my moderator. Am I the only one who's been having headaches due to the weather? I don't know. Being on the West Coast, the air quality has been terrible during the day, and then at night it's dropped down back to good. And oh my goodness, my head during these hurricanes and everything, it's all connected, whether it's weather modification or not. Something's going on, because I haven't gotten migraines since I used to live somewhere with more up and down weather, okay? More inclement weather. As always, we are going to do 3 rounds of breath work, 60 seconds of sound bowl, and then we'll dive straight into the tarot tonight. I do encourage you to stick around for the breath work and the sound, because it allows me to connect to the collective energy. Yeah, okay, so I'm not alone. You said pressure, headaches for me and my daughter. Yeah, I have not experienced this many headaches since I used to live elsewhere over a decade ago. And it's part of the reason I've never moved out of California, because the weather here is usually at a nice homeostasis, not too much rapid up and down, therefore way less migraines for me. Look at this. I just shuffled the deck inside out. But guess what you have there? The Ace of Cups. That's how you turn the devil into a win, into a victory. So very clear message. We haven't even gotten into the tarot, and some of you have already. You're here because you're defeating the devil in spirit and in flesh, the monitoring spirits. If you clicked on this title, not only do I know you're a chosen one, but something within the title resonated with you. You know that feeling of unrest, uneasiness, of the missing puzzle piece is not a curse. Maybe at one point you thought it was. Maybe people have tried to send black magic your way. However, you are divinely guided in spirit and in flesh. Any negative energy or evil eye sent to you is blocked by your spiritual team, your ancestors, and returned tenfold. Ooh. And so that feeling of uneasiness, that's really your higher self speaking to and through you, letting you know it's trying to redirect, to course correct, if you will. Not that there are wrong turns, because they're all a part of the path, a part of the staircase to your greatest and highest success. But that uneasiness you feel like something is amiss, that is your higher self communicating to you, maybe even that you're this close to that breakthrough you've been waiting for. If you haven't seen it in the 3D yet, it's coming. If this title resonated with you, I know you've been doing the work, especially for those of you who show up every week in this live and you're just taking notes, you're bringing pen and paper, because on Wednesdays we do live lectures and on Saturdays we do tarot. Every Wednesday, every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I do encourage you to join me. We are going to get into 3 rounds of breath, a little bit of sound healing. Let me first, I'm being told actually to shuffle the deck now. So I'm going to shuffle now for a crowning message for this reading, and then I will reshuffle once we've all set our energy with breath work and with sound. Pay attention when I play the singing bowl to where that frequency lands in your body tonight. Take it as a message, especially if it's within one of the chakras. That may be where you need to more openly express, unblock a chakra, or get that energy to move up through the energetic centers in your body. Okay, I will reveal that crowning message. But first, we're going to do some sound. Checking in with the chat. Hello, welcome in, Harlan. Sarah, as always, happy to have you here. Appreciate your support and high energy. New Waters, happy to have you here as well. Am I missing anyone? We have AM. Welcome in, AM. Fishing Legend. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a troll or not, but hey, that's part of being a chosen one, right? All right, let me grab my crystal singing bowl. Okay. I'm going to pour the water in it to amplify the frequency, the divine feminine energy of water, what you are mostly, where you come from in your mother's womb. I'll fill her up nice and good tonight. I'm feeling like we all need this. So before I play the bowl, let's take 3 deep rounds of breath together. So the trolls pulling in droves tonight, aren't they? As soon as you mention, I do tarot all the time on Saturdays, but when you mention Ancestor, it's like it triggers the algorithm and the SEO keyword research, and it sends in the AI bots. I will never understand trolling something that you don't believe in. Why are you here? Oh, goodness. All right, my chosen tribe. Make yourself comfortable. And if you're in a safe environment to do so, I encourage you to close down your beautiful eyes. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears and just start at your toes and take a full scan up to the crown of your head, taking stock of how you're feeling in your body this evening. Maybe you feel your heart center beating against your chest, reminding you that you live to see another day. And go ahead and empty all of the air from your belly and your lungs. And let's take a deep inhale together through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Feeling the tension release. And once again, breathing in through the nose. This time, slow and steady stream, breathing back out through the nose. And for our 3rd round of breath, taking the deepest inhale you've taken all day, maybe even all year, in through the nose. Taking an extra sip at the top. And let it out heavy. Beautiful. And we do the 3 rounds of breath and the 60 seconds of singing bowl, because that is the 3 and the 6, the 9, or the 333. Yes, you are new waters. You are divinely guided and protected in spirit and in flesh. Now, I do give a little warning to turn down your volume if you haven't heard me play this before. The microphone's up a bit higher tonight, so let us begin. Beautiful chosen tribe, chosen ones. Let me know in the chat if you felt that frequency anywhere within the body, whether within the chakras or somewhere completely different. My rabbit is in the background just digging and tearing up her box. So if you get some feedback, that's what that is. Okay. Now, first, before I reveal this card, I'm going to burn a piece of bay leaf as protection, not just for myself, but for all of you who are tuned in, who are adding your energy into this collective reading, whether you're watching it live, as I said, or you're watching this after it's live. Ooh, I feel like we need a little more. And I will stop halfway through and relight. You felt it in the back of your neck, New Water said. I like that. And the Kundalini energy, the 33 stairs to heaven, the 33 vertebra of the spine. I love that. That means your energy is ascending up. Okay, let's reveal our crowning message. 2 of Wands. What a great card to begin this reading with. This is very much about manifestation. Whenever I see the wands or the staffs, it's always about your ability to manifest. It is amplified in this deck by the color green. No such thing as coincidence. I'm wearing green tonight. I feel very inclined to speak about the heart chakra. And with the wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius may be very, very pertinent to your current situation, or even potentially to this partnership. Now, this could be romantic, business. You apply it as it fits for your situation, because this is a collective reading. But this 2 of Wands is showing me 2 individuals. This could even be you, your past self and your current self, your past and your future self, your shadow side and your light side. It's as though they're converging to make you become the greatest version of yourself. This is you taking the tools that you've been putting in I'm getting here in your tool belt or your work belt spiritually. These metaphysical tools are now coming into alignment. What didn't make sense before is now becoming this bright, clear picture. And I am hearing partnership. So for many of you, there's going to be someone entering in who can match your energy. If you have a vision or a goal and you know that you need more hands on deck, this person is going to come in and balance that out for you. That gives me Libra. We are in Libra season. Let's see what else I can get from this card. They're very much getting business with advertisements coming in strong. I'm getting, don't worry about others' opinions. Some of you may be looking for an office space, but you're going to be in a position of authority. This partnership may be you with you. It may be you reviving something of the past that didn't work out because you weren't yet ready for it, but now you are, and you're being gifted. But it's not so much a gift as it is a physical manifestation of your hard work paying off. It is as though you have your target in sight and everything is aligned to hit that goal. Very much getting that. Okay, let's see if we can't get further energy on that. Let's see if we can't get further energy on that. I'm actually curious for my collective. I would love to know what brought you to my channel. Was there a specific video or piece of content that first made you privy to the Pathless Woods? I would love to hear it in the chat. Please leave it. Sarah, I just saw your comment, sent healing energy to my mind, back, and also heart chakra. Wow. So both of you mentioned the back of the body. That is just lets me know that one, collective consciousness is real and everyone's Kundalini energy is rising. Like I said, if you clicked on this thumbnail, there's something here for you. And now that was just the crowning message. Now that we've set the vibration, as I shuffle this deck, if there's something specifically that you want to know from your ancestors, maybe even from a specific ancestor, write it down on a piece of paper or ask them out loud now and allow that energy to connect into the deck. You don't even have to leave it in the chat, okay? Spirit, benevolent ancestors, please show, oh, that wanted to come out, my beautiful collective, what it is that they need to see. Ooh, okay. Don't worry, we have other decks to clarify. We're going to get to the bottom of all of this. But so far, so good, okay? Let me check the chat to see. Divine timing, yes. Okay. I was looking to see if anyone let me know what video first brought them to my channel. I would truly love to know. If you could leave that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. What a great card. We have 8 people in the chat. We have 8 people in the chat, 9 likes, 89. Some of you may be 80s babies or early 90s babies. Maybe specifically that is your year, 1989. If so, you are in your year of the 8, which is all about abundance. And here it is, the 8 of Pentacles. And now the Pentacles is not always about money, okay? And to be clear, when I say the year of the 8, I mean you're in your 8th year from your age, not the 1989. This is very much about abundance, but as I always say with the Pentacles, it's very much about getting your health in order, because as the chosen know, true health, true wealth is knowledge, and knowledge applied being wisdom, and it's being in optimum health. So many of you, especially with it being at the 8, this shows someone who has been hard at work. Whew, you've been working. And things are balancing out for you. We had the Two of Wands. Now we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is going to be, from now through 2025, it's going to be your year of reaping what you've sown. We are in harvest season, so this may be, particularly this month of October and November into the winter solstice, you may be collecting on everything that you've been missing. That's, for some of you, I'm hearing, what makes you feel like you've had a curse sent against you. It's like no matter how much you put out, no matter how much you give, it feels as though nothing is flowing in at the same rate at which you're giving it. And so for many of you, this has put you into some sort of isolation, or at the very bare minimum, it is you only speaking and bringing your energy around people that you know deserve it, because you're tired of every time you come around people, your cup's empty. There's nothing left for you, chosen. But with this Eight of Pentacles, you've been working, you've been building, whether in silence or on a public platform. Now is the time to shine. This card is yellow for the solar plexus chakra. Things are not imbalanced, but in balance. For some of you, this is going to be some sort of stardom or fame, not so much being a celebrity in Hollywood, but you're going to be known for whatever it is you do. People are going to know to come to you. You're going to be the first person on the call list when someone needs what it is you have to offer, whether that be a service, whether that be love, whether that be a listening ear. And you're going to figure out a way to be compensated for that energy. Because as I always say, especially my women in sales and business, because we have such a nurturing, divine feminine energy, we often feel wrong for charging people access to our highest, greatest versions of ourselves. Not in love, of course, but in what it is you're good at. Maybe you went to school, maybe you're certified. Maybe it's nothing to do with the 3D matrix. You've just done it for so long that you are a master. And therefore, when people come to you, you should have no issue attaching a price to that. No more shame as we move out of October 2024 of you charging what you're worth and adding tax. Anyone who's not willing or unwilling to pay, they just miss out on what it is you have to offer, because you're not stealing from anyone. You're not gouging with your prices. You're just simply attaching a number, a physical number that you know you're worth. And anyone who sees that worth is going to pay that price, or they'll circle back at a later date when they can afford to. But you're no longer settling just to say, I have clients, I have business, I have a paying customer. You know your worth, you're adding tax, and you're standing on it. And that's what it is, period. I'm getting LL Cool J, which is very interesting. Maybe you listened to a song recently with LL Cool J, or you're going to hear a song over the next 7 to 14 days and it's going to trigger this reading. You're going to think back to this moment. That may be a sign that you're getting ready to receive that text, that email, that phone call. Whether you are an entrepreneur or you've been interviewing for multiple jobs, you're going to hear back with this Eight of Pentacles. I love to see that. Let me wet my whistle. Sarah said, I have a terrible memory, especially, no worries. I think I opened YouTube, saw one of your live streams, and instantly connected. That's awesome. So one of my live streams. Thank you, Sarah. Totally okay if you don't remember what the video was, but that definitely just helps me as I continue to create and share more for the chosen ones and awakening the collective consciousness. It's nice to just know, was it a short? Was it a long form content? Was it a live? That alone helps. Thank you so much. New Waters, you said, I found your channel because you were on someone else's channel a couple of months ago. I loved your energy and subscribed to your channel. Wow. Proof that word of mouth is not dead. And finally, after almost 3 years next month, my part 2 to my very first video on this channel, why I broke up with social media, even as a small business. And I'm referring to Instagram and Facebook, although truly YouTube is the only platform I have besides my Patreon. Check the description of the pinned comment if you'd like to join. It's a great way to support the channel, but also it's a great way to have a safe space for us chosen to engage with one another in a troll-free space. Okay, if you know, you know. But it lets me know. So this video I'm going to be doing, the part 2 is why I broke up with social media, spiritual reasons. as a chosen one, how us chosen ones deal with monitoring spirits, especially from our past. So that video, stay tuned. It's been long overdue, but I'm glad I waited, because instead of continuing to talk about 3D things, I'm going to take it a step further, and we're going to talk about 5D reasons why the chosen should at the very least take social media breaks, but we'll get to that. So thank you, Sarah and New Waters, for sharing. I greatly appreciate it. We heard Bunny said, going back to Cali. Cali. Yep, that's a good LL song right there. We also have, wow, Libraland 1010. I just scrolled and found you. Beautiful light energy. If I'm not mistaken, I have watched your readings as well. You are a great tarot reader, my love. Thank you for stopping in and sharing your positive energy. I appreciate that. Us Libras, we're drawn to each other, right? And We Are Bunny said, I seem drawn to people with trauma. Well, you're right, but a lot of times it's people with trauma are drawn to you as a healer, as a light being. People may not even know what it is quite about you that they're drawn to, but they know that they can get something from you. Okay, so that's why I say it's very important to be protective of your energy. I've done lives about how to protect your magic, because your magic is your energy, your alchemy. Let's continue. Next up, we have the Seven of Wands. 1111 in the chat. Let's go. Seven of Wands. Now, this one is a very protective energy. No such thing as coincidence. I just said how to protect your magic. Well, this Seven of Wands, as depicted in other decks, often is someone who is very much on guard, ready to battle, ready to fight anyone who's coming in. And now we can look at this from two ways, multiple ways, but I'm going to give you two. One of which is you are 100% correct in fighting and defending your energy and your magic. The other one is, are you holding on to past trauma or past events that aren't allowing you to let anyone in? Now, that's a question for you to use your own intuition to filter. But the Seven of Wands is very much defensive. I think of a warrior energy. This may be your ancestral team coming through and letting you know that when you're standing here, that's you in the dead center, in the live center. 3 on the left, 3 on the right. I'm thinking it's flipped, but for you, it is going to be left and right. You are divinely guided and protected. Some of you specifically have 6 people on your team at all times, and they all serve different purposes, much like the different faces in the tarot deck. Some are on the earthly plane, some are in the water realm, some are in the ether. Others have fire energy. These also can be your magic, your superpowers that are being unlocked. No such thing as coincidence. We have the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, which if you add those up, that's the 9. That's wish fulfillment. That's your manifestation coming to fruition, finally seeing the blooms on the trees. I say that often because many of us chosen have been waiting for that. Things may have been going really well, and then, for example, in 2020, you may have lost something you built from the ground up. Many people did. Many people were forced into positions. Do remember, there's always free will, but you create enough smoke and mirrors, and it seems as though there's no way out. And so some of you are still reeling from that, specifically 2020. What else am I getting here? The word authority keeps coming up. So many of you are going to be in a position of authority, and maybe that's new for you. You're highly intellectual. You have all of the power here with all of the wands. You have that fire burning from within. And now it's time for you to step into that star role that we spoke about. You may be meeting someone coming in this week who's wearing a watch. I'm specifically getting on their left hand. I cannot tell if that's going to be someone who is going to be of benefit or someone you need to be on the lookout for, but we'll dive deeper. I'm getting, be on the lookout for the name Connors or Withers. I'm getting these as last names. And for many of you, this is going to be some sort of authority figure within an office. It could be the office you work in, an office building you're trying to lease for your business. Please apply it as it fits for your situation. All right, next we have water energy. So far we've had two wands. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here, Eight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and now we have that water energy with the Eight of Cups, double eights, abundance, things aligning, one cup away from that wish fulfillment. Everything is balanced. So we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio with this Eight of Cups. I am just getting an overwhelming feeling of something flooding in. And now I do not say that, in light of recent events with the floods, I'm getting this is going to be a floodgate of abundance, whether that be money, whether that be referrals in business, whether that be a loan for a new home, whether that be an approval for a lease for a new apartment, like whatever this is, it's something you've been waiting for. And maybe to the casual observer, this thing doesn't seem that big. But to you, you know where you've been, you know what you've been through, and this is huge. This is almost this is your ancestors coming through and saying, here you go. You deserve this. Angie Girl said, wow, the watch has been popping up. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely going to pull a clarifying card for that watch because that was very, very specific. Looking forward to the part 2. Yes, thank you, Sarah. I'm excited to do that video. Libra Land said, wow, this is an amazing synchronization. Thank you so much for the compliment. I'm definitely subscribing, fellow Libra. Awesome. Happy to have you here. And I'm going to be checking out your readings. More of them. I don't think they've been popping up. Crazy how they try to limit us, right? Definitely an agreement coming in with this Eight of Cups. I'm also getting ingredients. This may be something you're conjuring, whether you literally do spells at home. Of course, everyone who's here, you're good witches. I know, as we have 1313 on the clock. You're conjuring something, ingredients. Some of you are so good. It's cuisiner. Tu parles français? Anyone in the chat? Let me know if anyone here speaks French. But I'm getting a chef, whether you're the sous chef, whether you're working at a small restaurant and you're working your way up, you have the ingredients. So some of you are physically baking something, physically cooking something, you're conjuring a spell. And for others of you, this is just a clear message that you may feel stumped right now, but all of the ingredients are at your disposal, much like the magician card in the tarot deck. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out in another deck. You have all of the ingredients at your disposal. Some of these things I'm really getting that you put down some years ago because it wasn't picking up. But timing is everything. And you've been doing all of the work. So here it comes. You have the sauce. I'm getting look at the flick of the wrist. Some of you really are whipping something up. And whatever it is, it's going to be tasty. All right. Lastly here, from this deck, we have the Hanged Man. And this is number 12. There's that 3 in numerology, the 1 plus the 2 being the 3. Leave a 333 in the chat if this reading is resonating with you. People have been underestimating you for quite some time. Oh my goodness. But you being hidden is your protection. The people who didn't want to, let's say, invest in your business, or the people who just thought what you were doing was foo-foo and crazy, they're going to be the ones just stumped. Like, I really gauged her wrong. I really gauged him wrong. I did not see this coming. I will say that when it comes to this person with the watch, I am getting with this card crossing unsafe. Now, I don't think you need to have your guard up physically, like any physical harm is coming your way with that 7 of Wands and the watch. But I do think this is just a stagnant energy. And now the Hanged Man spiritually, much like the Hermit, serves its purpose. It's very much about you going into your cocoon to transform. And you may do this a few times throughout this lifetime, throughout this life cycle. If you're ready to be done with Earth School and this is your last time here, let me know in the chat. I'm certainly sure this is my last time here. But the Hangman serves its purpose. However, my hair is sticking in my mouth. What I'm getting with this Hangman is this is going to be someone who is kind of like holding up the line. If you're from my time, back when AOL dial-up put your house phone unavailable until you got off, that's what this is. I'm getting there's this energy of a man with a watch who's been watching you, double entendre, who is coming in because they see your elevation and they may make a false promise or a false offer, and they really have no intention of moving forward with you. So they have no intention of moving forward with you, but they're showing up with the watch. They're showing up with all the 3D things that will give the illusion that they can invest or they would be a good business partner. Be mindful of anyone coming in. It's very much giving night energy. They may come in to save something, but they're there for a good time, not a long time. And with this, I just get someone who's watching, who's stagnant, and has no intention of moving forward with you, whether that be in business or in love. Once again, please apply it as it fits. And if you'd like a one-on-one reading, check out the description. I get those recorded and uploaded to you within 72 hours. I also have 840 here. That may be an area code. Please switch the digits around if it applies. All right, let's... I knew I was going to knock that over today because I have a couple ancestor photos back here for protection. And something told me I've never knocked this over before, but I'm like, I'm going to knock it over. There's me. I create my reality. That's what happens. I want to know, though, who this Seven of Wands is. I think we got a clarification with that Hanged Man there. With a watch. But let's see if we can't clarify. And now it doesn't have to physically be a man. It can be a woman displaying those same characteristics. As always, use your own intuition to decipher. I'm going to slide these up a bit. Create more space so I don't keep knocking things over. So I'll only be back if I get bored. The last time, exactly. Same, New Waters. I love being in the kitchen cooking up something great. I feel like we're cooking in this live chat tonight, in this reading. I knew it was going to be a good one. I said it when I wasn't even on camera. I just pressed go live and I'm like, oh, I can feel it. It's going to be one of those readings. I especially knew it when I almost caught the place on fire trying to light some Palo Santo. Bottom of the deck, in the subconscious, Ace of Pentacles. Things are changing. Time is up. We're seeing it in the 3D if you're caught up in the celebrity drama. But all that is just a mirror to what's happening as above, so below. That's what's happening in the spiritual realm. You know how the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth? It's up to you to decipher and decode that allegory of who the meek are. It definitely is my fellow chosen ones who are in the building. Ooh, look at that. As I split the deck, we have a King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone, a trickster, just trying to pretend like they have it like that. Look at that. Does he have a watch on or just some cufflinks? Oh my goodness, y'all. He has a watch on his left arm. You can't make this up. I even said specifically on the left. I felt it there, like as if it was on my own wrist. Whew, and he's in reverse. So once again, usually I love the King of Pentacles, but in reverse, we don't want that. And guess what you are in as I split the deck? Ten of Swords, betrayal, heartbreak, stabbed in the back. Whew, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, that kind of clarifies that. So it's not someone, as I said, I don't want to fear monger. This isn't someone, this is not anything domestic. It's not physical harm, but it's the spirit of stagnancy. Okay. This is someone trying to keep you stuck where they used to benefit from you. As I say it a lot. I'm going to say it again. The only people who get mad when you set new boundaries or better boundaries are those who used to benefit from the lack thereof. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad this is being recorded right now. Only one card is flipped the opposite way facing me. Can you guess which one it is? I may have mentioned it earlier. Let's see if it comes out in another deck. The Magician. You have every tool at your disposal. So many alchemists in this live tonight. I'm picking up on the energy. It's so beautiful and it's so potent. This is the only card flipped this way. Everything else is exactly as it was supposed to be. So there, we'll take that. And what is she wearing at the crown? The 8, the infinity, the abundance. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of light feedback there. And if you were in Wednesday's live, because as I said, I go live every Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesdays, we do live lectures. We did the energy ball exercise where we felt that energy ball in our hands. If you were here, you know. All right, I'm going to keep shuffling, but wow, this deck is talking without me pulling any cards. Spirit, please show that one flipped. My beautiful collective, any ancestral guidance or messages from the ancestors that they may need to see. Okay, so many confirmations. I could shed a tear. I could shed a spiritual tear right now. Whew, my collective, you are tapped in. Well, there's that Libra energy with the Queen of Swords. You got the 7 of Wands once again, and this is the deck I was referring to when I said the 7 of Wands is usually a person in a position of authority. They're ready to battle anyone sent their way. You have it twice in just 2 decks. 7 of Wands, but we'll get that. We'll get to that. Not to mention you have the Star, and I was getting Star energy with the Pentacles, which I never get. Okay, I'm getting a little too excited, y'all. Let me dial it down a bit. Queen of Swords, Libra energy. Definitely have my Libras in here. I definitely have many people on guard with that 7 of Wands coming out. You're ready. Sword isn't drawn, but it's right there on her hip in her hand. And she's doing the Malcolm X where she's looking through the blinds, just making sure, are they pulling up yet? That's what she's doing here. And she doesn't even need her 2 physical eyes to see this. She can feel it in the spiritual realm. And see how she's barefoot, grounded and connected to the earth energy, and then also up to the ether, and then has these 2 spiritual totems on either side as protection. You don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords. Libra can be the Empress, fruitful, nurturing, won't come down from her throne to deal with peasants. She allows them to come to her and only speaks when necessary. But when you meet the Queen of Swords version of Libra, you don't want to meet that version. That is the articulate, all of that air sign energy being pulled down into the tongue, because the sword is your tongue. Your words cast spells. That's why they call it spelling. Queen of Swords energy. This person, not only are you a complete warrior, but you're still in your divine feminine energy with red lipstick on. You're like, listen, I'm going to look good while I'm doing it. You don't seem bothered. You don't seem worried. You're just going to let this person know what it is if they try to enter back into your personal space again. And with that Magician card, you have the ancestors here at all times. As I shared to my community post today, you are divinely guided and protected in spirit and in flesh. Whenever you feel alone, know that you're not, and that your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors, are only one prayer away. And I always clarify with benevolent ancestors, because you have to remember, some people are karmic family members. Some people didn't like your mother or your father when they were here and they've passed on, and they didn't necessarily accomplish the mission they were set out to in this lifetime. Therefore, even in the other side, they don't have your best interest at heart. And I do not say that to fearmonger. I say it to be specific, because your words cast spells. Call upon your benevolent ancestors when you channel, okay? Or when you're looking for guidance during prayer. So many alchemists, so many conjurers, magicians coming through. You are the one. The magician is the one in this tarot deck, the chosen one. Some of you have this cloak on, not for protection. It's as though I'm getting so many messages coming in right now. Give me a moment to collect it. I'm very much getting mostly heart chakra energy with a bit of throat. Okay, so move from the heart when you're speaking from the throat. I'm getting. Most of what you need to do requires no physical defense. All these wands and all these swords, that's actually not what's needed. You harness the power of the energy within your body, being that alchemist. So many of you can think a thought, pray to the ancestors, and know that you're divinely guided and protected. You need not lift a finger, okay? Some of you have been wearing purple or black lipstick. I see the red lips here as well. So some of you have been like, even if you wear not a lick of makeup, but you go out, you put on a little lip, and it's like people are drawn to that energy. I'm also hearing you're calling all of your power back to you, not just for you, but from anyone in your bloodline who came before you. You're calling all of that power back. You're here to break generational curses. Many of you know this, and this is the refiner's fire. You can't become a diamond without pressure. You've been through it. You've been through the ringer. You've been through the proverbial refiner's fire, and it's only made you more beautiful. I truly believe what you think is your insecurity is your superpower. I've shared that here before, and it's coming through right now with this card. There's something you're hiding, cloaking. That's where that cloak came in. There's something you're cloaking that actually is your $1,000,000 idea, or what is going to resonate with the person or the energies that you're trying to attract. Once you stop hiding that side or that version of you, in they come. Diamond in the rough. Well, then we had that Seven of Wands, double confirmation here. So many warriors here. You're not worried about it. You're not worried that you have your one wand in your fleshly body. You're not worried about those 7 wands. Here's what's funny is there's only 6 coming at you. You've snatched one from someone. They're like, oh my goodness. We thought we had her and she stole one of our weapons. They underestimated you. That's where that underestimation came out earlier. They underestimated you. I'm getting some of you are making a mockery of these monitoring spirits, these devils, these demons, these NPCs who are coming your way. Not only did you snatch one of their wands, but it's like you're doing a baton dance with it. It's like easy peasy lemon squeezy for you. You're also, I'm noticing, wearing that blue and green once again. Throat chakra, heart chakra energy. Wow. Oh my goodness, this reading. Okay, next you have the Knight of Wands. So much wand energy, so much manifestation. This knight is that fast moving energy that I felt. Dressed very dapper, not wearing a watch, so this isn't the one you need to watch out for. This actually may be the one you're supposed to work with, because even though we saw that King of Pentacles inverse, they may outwardly present like they have more to offer, and the knight may seem here for a good time, not a long time. They may seem as though they don't have it quite like the king does, but it's an illusion. This other person, this Knight of Wands, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is going to be the person who you're supposed to partner with. And they're matching your energy here with, you have the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Not to mention the double 7 of Wands. So this person's ready to fight and look good while doing it with you as well. Then you have none other than the Star. I said you're going to be a star at whatever it is you do. Some of you may be actors, actresses, musicians, but this can be for whatever you do. If you're a handyman, if you're a yoga teacher, if you're a baker, if you're a nanny, you're the one that everyone wants. You shine brightest in the sky. And that is why people often, when you shine bright, it inevitably casts shadows. Some people are going to bask in your sunlight, and other people are going to put on their shades and go, bite that banana and go, I don't like that shit. And that's okay. That's part of it. People don't feel threatened by things that aren't shining bright. If you didn't have haters, right? We all know that quote. This can also be your home planet. So many of you might find that divine channel when you're out at night looking up at the stars, or you're in your favorite window at night looking up at the stars. You're going to find the answers you're seeking. It's going to come to you, whether in your dream state, whether you're singing a song the next day and it's confirmation, because if you're a chosen one, you're here, you're intuitive. And especially in these collective readings, I always say, use your own intuition. Your intuition trumps mine. There's nothing outside of you that could tell you about you better than you. So you take my guidance, but allow your intuition to filter. Okay, these are just tools, but I can't tell you what to build. But some of you are going to be getting that synchronicity very heavily this week. Wow. Okay, we're going to close out this reading with one more deck. If you're into love, I do love over on my Patreon. I encourage you to join the Patreon. It's $8 a month. It helps support, all the free things I do here on this channel. It allows that safe space for us chosen to connect. And I do love there. I have extended readings there. The readings I do there, you will not see here on YouTube. Check the description for more information. And if you've been following what's going on in Florida and North Carolina and everywhere else they're probably not reporting on, first off, my prayers are with those people. Okay, for many people, the matrix is crumbling, and they're now seeing the very people that they trusted in aren't coming to save them. And that is a hard pill to swallow. Losing 3D things, losing people, of course, but losing 3D things is bad enough. But realizing that the very people you've trusted in, you can't trust to come rescue you, is a hard pill to swallow. So I'm just going to leave it. I did an end of the world reading exclusively on Patreon on September 6th. Check my community post. I screenshotted the written portion or a piece of it, but the actual audio reading, I spoke of so many things that are happening right now. Oh my goodness. And I know people don't really get into the end of the world stuff, but I didn't ask to have these end of the world prophecies. Let me be clear. I would much rather dream of pregnancies and lotto numbers than cataclysmic events, but I am grateful for my gifts. I'm receiving them for a reason. So they're going to land on whoever they're supposed to. And if you'd like to just see more of my 2024 predictions, I have a whole playlist here for free. So thank you, everyone. I greatly appreciate you. Yeah, Sebastios, welcome in. You are going to have to definitely watch from the beginning because this might be the best tarot live yet. Oh, as I drop the cards. Yes, Sunny, that is a jewel in my hair. You noticed. The yin and the yang. Making sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, for our final messages from our spirit team, if there's something, as I said in the beginning, that you're looking to be clarified by your benevolent ancestors, ask it now. Spirit. Those just hopped out. I'm not even going to continue shuffling. We have 3 cards here. More green and blue. The theme of the night, right? First, you have one is a repeat message that's been coming out every Saturday in the tarot readings, but someone needs to hear it again. That's why it keeps coming out. But here we have whale and orca elders. There's your ancestors coming through. That's the one that was on the top when it flew out. They're surrounding you at all times. Oh my goodness. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. That throat chakra, that blue, that is for many of you. Some of you have beautiful voices. You're like La Sirene, you're sirens, or you speak truth. You don't have to have a beautiful, alluring voice to make people attracted to what it is you're talking about. Share your song, and your song it's your vibration. If we are electromagnetic beings, electric and magnetism, then we are vibration. Everything has vibration. And you're being called from your ancestors specifically to share your sound. I'm even noticing on this card for the first time, there's an underwater portal, which, the layers, right? That could be where the aliens come from. I don't want to say too much here. Like I said, join the Patreon. But there's going to be a door that unlocks. And your ancestors have been whispering these things into your ear, reminding you of who you are, and just they're all like watching a game in the last minute and you're taking that last shot, and there's so much. It's not a burden, let me be clear, but it is, they're invested in you. They believe you. They know not only were you chosen, but you answered the call, and now you're walking in your purpose and you're getting close. So of course there's going to be more people coming in try to deter you from your path. Don't let it stop you. The days where you feel the most deterred, create, because you may create something beautiful for someone who's going through that same experience, feeling as low as you're feeling, because it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And you may hear that song this week by, I cannot think of his name right now, where he says it's not always rainbows and butterflies, it's compromise. Okay? From some of you, that shadow side, as it converges with the very first card, the crowning message, the Two of Wands, when your light and your darkness converge, that yin and that yang, beautiful things are going to be created from that. You're going to be bringing together, I'm hearing 3,000 years worth of, whether that be karma, you're closing it out, or you're freeing people from spiritual bondage. Some of your ancestors are in bondage in a realm, and they know you're the one. They're watching you so closely. So of course they're going to be here when anyone sends an attack. And if the attack comes to you and you're like, why am I going through this? Well, because it's the refiner's fire. The most skilled sailor hasn't always sailed in calm waters. They've been through the tough waters. They've probably nearly croaked, right? I'm trying to avoid certain words on here. Some of you may be watching Ghostbusters this week. That just came through. We are in Halloween season, getting close to Samhain. The veil is thinning, and this is the time to communicate with the ancestors. And wow, I said it's not a burden, but it does say weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Now, this is not to do with the ancestors. This has everything to do with a 3D. Someone who keeps coming around, that in that inverse, reverse, King of Pentacles energy, seeing you elevating spiritually and physically. And even if it doesn't look like it in the 3D yet, they can sense it. It's kind of like when someone you haven't communicated in a while, maybe you broke up or they left, and you're finally healed, and they feel that disconnect. They feel you moving on, and there's a text from them. That's who this is. This person can sense whether those fruits are coming now. They can sense that you are elevating, and they're going to come in to try to test your boundaries. Okay, that's why this Seven of Wands keeps coming through. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you. Thank you. I greatly appreciate your guidance. Boundaries. And didn't I say one of my favorite quotes that I say all the time is, the only person who's going to be mad when you set better boundaries are those who used to benefit from your lack thereof? So much confirmation through this entire reading. Very last card, Venus energy, Taurus and Libra. Surrender to the sweetness. We've seen this so much recently. Surrender to the sweetness. So much water energy here in these cards. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I always think of this as the card that someone's like, come on in, the water's warm. But due to past experiences, past trauma, you're afraid. You might just dip your toe in to test the temperature. But trust in your spiritual team, trust in your benevolent ancestors, trust in the Most High, trust in yourself to be able to discern who is deserving of your time, your energy, your attention. Because your energy is your currency. You can't spend it on just anyone. I'm going to check these comments before I slide out of here. Someone said something about Ghostbusters, but I must have missed it. Someone said, yeah, there's a lot under all that water. Ooh, talk about it, Angie. Definitely takes pressure to create that diamond. Yes, it does. Oh, they're going to be calling me the cult buster in the near future. Okay, special. Oh my goodness. Awesome. I really hope that these messages found you all happy, healthy, and provided you some guidance, some clarity along your path ahead. You're the star, baby. I don't know what else to say. You're divinely guided and protected in spirit and in flesh, and the ancestors came through to be like, yeah, we're here. Yes, you are. Continue on. Until next time, beautiful souls, I am sending you so much love, light, peace, and elevation in consciousness. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. Last thing, Monday, check in on the community post. I'm going to let everyone vote on what we're doing as a live lecture Wednesday. So I hope to see you there. Namaste and nase. Peace, chosen tribe.